everyone, Arienne here from seeyousoon.ca, and in this video series I'm partnering up with Ontario Southwest Tourism to show you some of the best small town getaways this region has to offer. This week we're visiting St. Thomas.
Located about a 20-minute drive south of London, Ontario, St. Thomas was founded in 1881 and was an important railway junction. Its location made it the primary stop along the Canadian shortcut between Detroit and Buffalo, and grew to see 26 railways pass through during the 19th and 20th century, thus earning the name Railway Capital of Canada. Today, the trains no longer pass through St. Thomas, but its railway heritage is woven into the culture of the city and is proudly on display. From historic buildings to green spaces, friends, families, and especially railway aficionados will all enjoy a weekend visit to the Railway City.
To get your weekend started off here in St. Thomas, we're going to learn about why it's called the Railway City with a visit to the Canada Southern Railway Station.
Built between 1871 and 1873, the Canada Southern Railway Station connected St. Thomas to a continent-wide railway system that spanned from Detroit to Buffalo. It was the largest of 31 stations built in Ontario by the Canada Southern Railway Company and housed the company's headquarters as well. During its prime in the 1920s, the station often saw as many as 30 trains pass through each day. Today, it has been transformed into a multi-use community space. On the first floor, visitors can walk through the waiting rooms and dining hall, showcasing the railway station's heritage, visit some of the station's tenants, like Las Chicas del Café coffee roasters, and learn about the inductees to the North America Railway Hall of Fame up on the second floor. Next up, continue learning about railway heritage in the region at the Elgin County Railway Museum. Located inside the former Michigan Central Railway locomotive repair shops, the Elgin County Railway Museum showcases a huge collection of artifacts within the 52,000 square foot building. There are thousands of pieces of railway memorabilia on display, plus a range of steam, diesel, and electric engines, cabooses, and baggage cars that you can explore and step right inside, including a Canadian National Railway's Hudson 5700 steam engine. The History in Motion exhibit is definitely a highlight at the museum. This massive model train set was constructed by a group of volunteers and took over a decade to complete. It features life in the mid-20th century and depicts many of the buildings and locations from the region. For lunch, head to Bella Jack's. This Mexican cantina has been serving up meals since 2004. They pride themselves on making authentic Mexican dishes using fresh, local products. Highlights include their chimichangas and taco salads, paired with an ice-cold margarita or house-made sangria. Kick up the spice level of your dish with their impressive selection of hot sauces, and make sure to mention if you're celebrating a birthday for a fun surprise. After lunch, make your way to the city's newest park, the St. Thomas Elevated Park. Built along the old railway line that brought trains into the city, the St. Thomas Elevated Park is the first of its kind in Canada and works to preserve the railway heritage in the city. Construction started in 2017 and is a labor of love, made possible by the community and using funds collected solely through crowdfunding. The park stretches 4 kilometers in length, including its most notable section across the Michigan Central Railway Kettle Creek Bridge, set 100 feet over the valley below. The park is fully accessible, and visitors can enjoy walking trails, wild gardens, and public art installations. For those with a sweet tooth, you won't want to miss a visit to Seed Confections. This award-winning artisan chocolate and confection company is not your typical chocolate shop. Owned and operated by chocolatier Jen, you'll find small batch, handcrafted works of art. Choose from a wide selection of chocolate bonbons and macarons with flavors like cranberry and sage, ruby vanilla, lavender, and hibiscus. For accommodations, check into the Comfort Inn. Rooms come with either a king bed or 2 queen-size beds and include amenities such as cable television, free Wi-Fi, and a hot buffet breakfast. Before heading off to dinner, make your way to Railway City Brewing for some pre-dinner drinks. This craft brewery has been making small batch beers for over 10 years and offers a wide range of brews, from seasonal and specialty beers to their year-round staples like the Dead Elephant Ale, named after Jumbo the elephant who died in St. Thomas back in 1885. Grab a pint or a flight and enjoy them in the tap room or outside on the patio. For dinner, head to Rail City Bistro. Run by husband and wife duo Lindsay and Chef Jared, the Rail City Bistro serves up fresh, homemade dishes in a relaxed and welcoming environment. They're also known for their weekend food destination specials, serving food inspired by locations around the world. Menu highlights include the seafood paella, Tuscan chicken pasta, and the almond-crusted salmon.
Well, it's day 2 here in St. Thomas, and after a leisurely morning, make your way to STREAMLINERS Espresso Bar.
Located in the heart of historic downtown St. Thomas, STREAMLINERS Espresso Bar has become the coffee shop of choice for locals and visitors alike. Using beans roasted right across the street at Las Chicas del Café, they serve up espresso-based drinks, Chemex and French press coffee, tea, hot chocolate, and a wide assortment of fresh baked goods. Whether you're sitting down with friends or people watching from the front windows, the brightly lit space makes for a relaxing way to start your day. Next up, stretch your legs in PINAFORE Park. It was first developed back in the mid to late 1800s to encourage rail passengers to spend time in town. Today, it is a place to get active and spend time outdoors with family and friends. Visitors can enjoy hiking and cycling trails, tennis courts, a baseball diamond, a band shell, and the newly opened splash pad. There's also a lake and beautiful gardens, including the Memory Garden, featuring a waterfall, sculptures, and memorial trees paying tribute to loved ones. Before saying goodbye to St. Thomas, reminisce about your time in the city over a pint of beer at Caps Off Brewing. Opened in the summer of 2019, Caps Off Brewing is the city's newest craft brewery. It is run by the dynamic duo Rick and Fran, who've been brewing beer in their home for almost 10 years before opening the brewery. Their beers are some of the best you'll find in Ontario and include a cream ale, Scottish ale, stout, and wheat beer, plus some seasonal offerings. Enjoy a pint or two alongside a delicious charcuterie spread and grab a growler or howler to go.
Well, sadly, that wraps up my time here in St. Thomas, but I've had a fantastic time and I know you will too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet already. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you soon.